the first place you want to go, Honorable Speaker, is to the tradesmen when you want to learn about trades training. And I've spoken with tradesmen and talked about trades training. And some of them are very willing to train. There's some not so, you know, they don't love the idea of being a trainer because it takes up a lot of time, right? But there's, I would say, better than 80% of tradesmen like to train. And if you got a good guy that knows how to train, they're worth their weight in gold, Honorable Speaker. And we need to be working together on this. It's not just the industry, not the so-called stakeholders. I'm horrified what they did to the trades training. You know, they tried to compartmentalize trades training, Honorable Speaker. They said, well, oh, you're a carpenter. We don't need a red-sealed carpenter. We can have a framer. Let's just get a guy that knows to knock together a few 2x4s. We'll call him a framer. Or in the construction contractors, it was all about busting up trade and trying to put it into components. Why, Honorable Speaker? Why? To save money. You don't suppose, do you? You don't suppose. They were trying to line their pockets by getting a bargain basement tradesman. Well, now it's generally accepted all over the world, and certainly accepted here in British Columbia. If you want the job done, find yourself a red-sealed tradesman, somebody that's got the experience in the industry, somebody that's got the wealth of knowledge that comes from, you know, packing that tradesman's tools around and then learning bit by bit and being mentored in a way that is meaningful, Honorable Speaker. And I think I've told this story in the House before, but it's worth repeating. I actually had a company, McMillan Bloedel, with the foresight to come to me and say, Bill, we'd like to pay the tradesmen $1.04 more an hour, just so that we can have, you know, Bob work with Norm or whoever, and I'm not naming it, not this Norm, it's not, I'm not naming names, another Norm, could be that, any Norm. There's Norms everywhere when you look. That could be any Tom, Dick, or Harry, let's put it that way. The point is that they took the time to take the millwrights and put them together with the saw filers. They put the saw filers with the electricians, and they spent weeks working together so that they got to know each other. And even I, Honorable Speaker, question the value. Like, we're talking trades training here, so I hope the other side is listening to something that is real life experience that you can learn from. If you listen to the people on the ground, the people that know, that have actually experienced getting their hands dirty. But those tradesmen at the end of the day, by working together, the company said at the end of a year, do you know what the benefit for them was, Honorable Speaker? It was a 10% reduction in the downtime of the whole mill. That was huge. It was so much money. It was way more. It was 10 times the money that they had paid to get those tradesmen to know each other. And why did they do that? Because they understood, management, the industry, the stakeholders realized, hey, if these guys mentor each other, if Bob gets to know Norm and he learns that, hey, Norm's got a problem here in the filing room, and as a millwright, the millwright could look at the problem and say, hey, I know exactly what to do to make that easier. I can make your saw change a few split seconds quicker by doing this and that and the other thing. And that's exactly what goes on. I've seen it myself. I've seen tradesmen invent amazing ways to do things that some people would never think of. And again, in the good old days, management used to say thank you. They used to come down and give awards. They used to take the crew for a special dinner when they did something magnificent.